Previously on the Meta 3000 podcast.
Our show is about
change. I'm just gonna do this thing that I know for a fact I'm totally scared of. I'm gonna do it.
immediate panic.
I'm falling. My knees buckled. I'm terrified.
Help, I've fallen. I literally can't get up.
Bitch, turn on the Xbox, you dumbass. Yeah, you got this, Meta. Keep on pumping. FBI, open up. Gotcha, bitch.
And now for part 2 of Spare Some Change.
What were we talking about? Oh, like being rich and famous.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I
First of all-
pity the wealth.
Oh,
And
okay.
did you know that there's a statistic where I think it's like 78%. I'm just throwing out a random number here. I know it's a high number. After like making like I think 75% or $75,000, basically the end all be all is richer you are, the less compassionate you are. Like they give out the tests for like people with like higher than average income, and they give out the picture tests of people like being mad or frustrated or disgusted or happy or joyful. A lot of them, like the richer you are, the harder for you it is to identify those faces.
I will say, in my earlier life, I got to meet a couple people who are like up there in the tax bracket and stuff, and I got to like question them personally about like what was their personal experience with finding a lot of money, and the routine thing that kept being told was that after you know you're gonna have a certain amount of money, it desensitizes you because nothing has value behind it anymore because money can always just buy a replacement or whatever.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but that was the thing that I noticed or not that I noticed, but that I kept hearing that money desensitizes people. So it's not surprising to hear that
The access of material things, right?
Yeah.
Which also in turn creates false immaterial things like false support, false happiness. It's all kind of a facade, right? Over this like imaginary number that or value to something that we gave. When we see $1, we don't see $1. We see 4 watermelons. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sucks. And then also when you have a lot of money, it can kind of get overwhelming to the point where you have to desensitize yourself because you have all these people that have less money than you that need that money and you want to help them all, but you can't because you have just enough money to only help like a couple other people.
Yeah, and then where's the line? You helped her, but not me. Why not me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
It starts expanding and you just kind of have to shut off and you're just like, oh, I can't do this.
Yep.
Like as much as I want to help, I can't, you know? Like, wow, this millionaire gave out $100,000 to charity.
And there's always someone in the comments, but why not more?
Yeah,
why
yeah.
Not this? Why
or
not
like
that?
Bill Gates did $4 million. Yeah, but Bill Gates got like billions of dollars, you know?
Yeah. I will say, if I ever hit the lottery, God, please God, if I ever hit the lottery, I'm keeping it a secret. I'm gonna be a secret rich person.
Oh, there's certain states where you can't keep it a secret. You have to dox yourself.
California.
Yeah, you
can't keep it a secret.
You have to say your address and your name, which is like the scariest thing.
Yeah, especially the address thing.
Yeah.
I was reading.
You know what I'm gonna do? Right, if I ever win the lottery, the first thing I'm gonna do is spend most of that on the run. You know,
right,
like,
you're gonna have to.
I'm leaving. These people know I'm rich. They know my address. They know my name. They know everything about me. I'm leaving.
Agreed.
Yeah, moving, selling my house.
First,
I'll use that money to break the lease.
Right? Here, I'll pay it off.
Ain't nobody want to live in this house no more.
I would though, like if I ever won the lottery, keep it a secret. But like the first thing I'm doing is going on like a food tour around the world. That'd be like my first. If I ever become super rich, where I don't have to work.
Okay, so get this. Speaking of food and like around the world, I was talking to this guy and he was like, "I don't eat pigs or fish." I'm like, "Why don't you eat pigs or fish?" He's like, "Well, for pigs, like I grew up around pigsties, and I just see how gross they are, like how they live, and it's so unappetizing to eat a pig, right? Because of how gross it is." And I was like, "That makes sense. Well, then is that like the same reason why you don't eat fish?" And he goes, Well, no, the reason why I don't eat fish is because, you know, like, if someone tells you something tastes fishy, that's not a good thing. Right? And I was like, oh, shit.
He got you there.
You're not wrong. Yeah, you're absolutely right. If something does taste or smell fishy, it's not like, oh, that smells so fishy. Like, no. It's generally, something smells fishy. I'm like, ugh, get that off of me. That is fishy. Like, that pussy steak like fish. That's not a compliment, you know? And it's not a compliment when someone says that pussy look like pork, you know, like roast beef looking. Yeah. So I get it. I'm like, okay.
Roast beef isn't pork, I just realized.
It's cow, right? Yeah. Beef.
What does a cow say when it's stuck in traffic? Can't even.
Wait, what was it again?
What does a cow say when it's stuck in traffic? Beef. I hate myself so much.
I love it. That's my favorite joke.
Me too.
Beef.
I love I tell these jokes like out in public and stuff, like, or like I'm meeting someone new for the first time. Because I just think it's funny, and it gave me a good gauge of like what their sense of like humor is or whatever. But, like,
if they don't laugh at it enough, you're like, I don't think I'll get along with this.
If they don't laugh at, no, it's not that I won't get along, but like if they don't laugh at that one, they're not gonna get my kind of humor, because that's like a lot of what my humor is.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's how I know whether someone will think I'm funny or weird.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what I always hear. I'm either funny or weird, and it depends on where on the humor spectrum you lie.
So you're like a Weird Al Yankovic, right? There's people that love him, or people are like, man, this guy,
he's just out there,
needs a life. Yeah, like, so weird. But I love Weird Al.
And you get my humor.
Don't you ever eat around here? Just eat it. And he's like in a fat suit. Like only a genius can think of that kind of stuff. Like his humor is so smart and witty, I think. You don't know Weird Al?
No.
You don't know Weird Al?
Maybe.
You've seen Weird Al, right?
I'm sure I have, but I not by name.
You know the I want it that way. Tell me why I na 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 na. You don't know the song?
I know the song, but like.
Yeah. So he made a parody where he's like, I bought it on eBay. Oh no, there's another one. They see me rolling, they hate it.
Oh. Wait, yes.
Trying to catch you right and dirty. Yeah.
White and nerdy?
White and nerdy.
Yeah.
Just because I'm white and nerdy. Because I'm white
about.
and nerdy. Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he's like...
That's one you needed.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's Weird Al.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, great guy. Very funny. He made a 20-minute song about deciding what to eat with his girlfriend. It's the funniest shit. It's so funny, and it's so long, and it's like, do you want to eat here? Or do you want to eat here? Well, how about here? And then she's like, I don't care where. And then we're in the drive-thru. The guy says 1 minute. It's been longer than a minute. You know, I'm like, what the? It's so, like, intense. It's such a suspenseful song. But like, they're just deciding on where to eat, and, like, how he's getting like eating. It's so weird. It's so funny. Yeah. And he's still doing stuff.
Is he?
Yeah. He made one about aluminum foil.
Fuck, you better work. I don't know how you can I don't know how he thinks about that shit.
Yeah, right? He's like, "Hi, Weird Al here with a special TV offer. Aluminum foil. You can use it for anything. I accidentally bought a shipping crate of aluminum foil. Now I have more aluminum foil than needed. It's on sale, right?" And he's like, you can use it to cook your potato. You could use it to make a purse. And he's like, you can have a shiny new hat. And then he puts on the hat, and he's like, the overlords are watching. And then like it turns into like a cult TV thing where he's like, you need to buy the aluminum foil to protect the brain waves and the gamma waves that their government is taking over your brain and mind controlling you, you know? He's so funny as shit. He's a genius. This man.
What's one talent that you wish you always had but just didn't naturally possess?
Be funny. Ooh, I want to be
You
funny.
don't think you're I think you're funny.
What? Okay, no. So like, I'm naturally funny, like situationally funny, but that comes with my charisma and my like personality. I'm outgoing, so it just happenstance that like there's spices of funny, right?
Mhm.
But when I try to be funny, oh god, it's awkward. Like those monologues, that was me trying to be funny, right? And you took it as like a serious thing, like, oh, okay. I mean, wow, bitch didn't laugh. What a guy.
No, those were...
It wasn't even funny, right? So that's me trying to be funny. And
Gotcha.
I'm really bad. But like when I'm just having a conversation with my friends, they're like, oh, this guy's charismatic and witty, which is the side effect of that is being funny or like having a good time laughing. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I don't think I'm funny.
Gotcha.
You want to hear a stand-up routine I wrote?
Yeah, kind of.
It's so cringy. Like I read it to my roommates and they're like, please never ever ever show anybody that. And I was like, well, I'm just practicing, you know.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Oh no, I'm gonna read it. All right.
All right.
So this is for like open mic nights, right? Good evening, everyone. How are we doing tonight? And I'm expecting people to go, woo, yeah,
Woo,
yeah.
all right.
And then, noise. Is anyone drunk yet?
Oh my god, me.
Yeah. So if there's a bunch of yeses, then this is what I was gonna say. Great, you'll love my jokes then. And for those of you who are sober, I'm so sorry for what I'm about to say. We just be like, it's not funny. And then I go, but if there's like no's, like no one's drinking, I go, oh, okay, so barely anyone's drinking. This means this is gonna be an awkward 5 minutes. I think that was cute, right? That's a cute one. But that's only if they say no. The yes one was cringy, right?
No, it makes sense, but I think your delivery has to be there.
Yeah, I have horrible
Delivery.
off timing delivery. So here's the stand-up routine. Anyways, what's the deal with sex? Like I just off the bat. Ooh.
There. All right, go. I'm ready for it.
Isn't that shit the craziest? I've noticed given my personal professional experience as an addict myself that there are two types of sex. Sex with people that know your name and sex with people who don't. The thing is, between those two types of sexy times I have the pleasure of enjoying, I realize I tend to let the people who don't know my name do more crazy shit to me. It's like, oh, I just met you 5 minutes ago at a bar? Yeah, I guess you could piss on me. Come on, go for it. Just lather me up. But there's like levels to it. So there's levels to like the comfortability I am, right? So I'm over here letting this girl ride me, you know, because I'm a lazy piece of shit. And she's over there. I'm over here, and she just sucks her finger, right? And then it starts going towards my butthole. I'm like, whoa, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And she goes, I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I thought you liked that, Daniel. I'm like, oh, Daniel's not my name. Okay, yeah, go ahead, shove it up there. Like, that's fine by me. But like, if they know my name, then like they could talk to people, and then those people can know my friends, and then my friends would be like, damn, Meta, you're into that, like finger popping. You know, like you like your butthole finger popped. That's nasty. I can't have that leak. No way. So the people who know me the most, or like that I have sex with, we have some vanilla ass, weak ass, like very first time God is watching type fucking, right? Like we're hiding our genitals. I haven't seen nipples at all with the people I have sex with that know me, you know, and that's really awkward. Like when religious people fuck, that's awkward. I imagine. I'm not religious. People I have sex with don't believe in God. Not after they have sex with me. Like most religious people, yeah, no, this is cringy. Hold on.
Ooh, I'm glad you said it, girl.
Yeah.
I could see where you're going with it. You have some good jokes up in there.
Yeah, so I'm into some dirty things, and normally after I nut, I have post nut clarity. Is that what it is? right? Post.clarity where, like, I was just like, what did I do? I gotta, like, fold my dishes, you know? Like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I just can't believe it. And the thing about, like, being horny is I'm so hyper-focused on just sex until I get that nut. And why can't it be the same for, like, when I'm doing my homework, you know? Like, oh, fuck. 8 times 7 is 56. Fuck yeah, fuck. You know, I'm just writing the, like, math homework equations out. I'm like, yeah, 2 times 2 is 4. Fuck yeah. You know, and I finally finish. I go, oh, woo. The fuck did I just do?
It was 75. I got it wrong.
That was gross. That math homework. Oh, I'm a filthy animal. But no, it's always the bad things that I get hyper focused and I regret later on, like food. Food's amazing. I love eating, and when I want tacos, that's it. I'm getting fucking tacos. I'm just laying in bed, taco crumbs on my naked body, like it's cum after I finished having sex. I finished my taco, I just feel like a pathetic pig. I'm like, oh, it's so nasty. It's all over me. Ah, where's the towel? Somebody give me a towel. You know, I'm waddling with all this like stuff on my body and it's sticking to me. You know, what is this, sex? No, I was eating tacos. You know, I segue into that. I say some people call it depression. I call it writing material. Oh man, what a bitch, right? Ha. In the old days, it was like one-liners. So like Johnny Cash walks the line, but I snort it. But now when you write jokes, you gotta write it like you're stacking ammo, kind of like rapping. But there's some people out there, comedians that are shooting AK-47s, and I'm stacking ammo with a bow and arrow. You know, I'm just like one at a time. Like I can't even hit the target. You know, I'm aiming for a long time, and I miss. And that's why I like telling my jokes at parties, because it's socially awkward to not laugh. You know, I'm kind of forcing them. They're my hostages. I'm like, laugh at this. You're in my podcast. Laugh. You know, like I make a crit. Ah!
Woo! Woo! Girl.
So
my
yeah,
ribs.
I love social pressure. Social pressure gets me into crazy shit. If I walk into my house and there's a bucket of shit in the living room and my roommates are like already covered in shit and they're just like, no time to explain, just jump in, let's go. I'm going to be all up, like lathering myself with buckets of shit. I'm going for it because I have no impulse control when it comes to social pressure. And I'd rather be covered in shit than to have to explain why I don't want to be covered in shit. Just like laughing at my jokes, I assume for other people. It's like getting covered in my own shit. Why? Like they'd rather lather up than explain why my joke wasn't funny. And that's it. That's the 5 minutes I give myself for my stand-up routine. What do you think?
That was very interesting. That was an interesting walkthrough.
It was a ride, wasn't it?
We went from sex to tacos to shit covered people.
Lathering up his shit. Yeah.
we had a couple transitions in that.
Yeah, it was wild. It was crazy. Yeah. So what did you think?
I thought that you had some peaks. You had some moments.
Yeah.
You were there.
But it drags on, right?
You just need some transitions. I needed a transition between sex and tacos.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
after when you switched, you said the transition after.
Yeah.
Which so it made sense afterwards. Where it's like,
Yeah.
like speaking of sex, this is why I like eating tacos or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a good comedian. What do I know? Actually, why are you asking my opinion? I'm one of the unfunniest people that I know.
No, you're pretty freaking funny. That joke you said about
Cows
cows get stuck in
like
traffic.
Yours were like, I'm very situationally funny.
Yeah, me
like,
too. I'm the
like
same
you
way.
have to set me up, and I can come up with a quick, witty one-liner.
Yeah, it's like volleyball. Like, here's the ball. You make that spike.
Yeah, but don't ask me to serve.
Yeah. I'm not gonna serve.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
I am gonna spike that shit.
Right.
Sink.
Here's this one-liner. That's like the one I got. It's like,
But dunk. And then
we were playing basketball, and I shot you guys. We were playing basketball,
And everybody
every
forgot.
shot.
Everybody forgot that bitch was even playing.
Missed every shot, but the one that mattered, the one that counted, I took it, shot it one-armed, made it.
He
I could
switched
walk
that
away.
shit.
That was my mic.
Yeah,
drop
he's like, all
moment.
right, I'm going home, guys. Like, I made my 1 point of the day.
I did it.
It was the winning game point. Everybody forgot that you were playing, bitch.
Yeah, everyone was literally walking around me.
Yeah,
at
and
that
then
point.
I think I passed the ball to you because I was like, oh yeah, he's playing. No one's covering you.
No, nobody was.
Yeah, because you're in the far corner of the
I was
court.
It did. The times that I tried to get in there with my slippers to your sneakers, you know.
Yeah. You were not ready for basketball.
I told you I wasn't. I was literally at home being a nerd playing Magic the Gathering with my brother when you called.
Yeah, your brother was more aggressive.
Yeah, but he was like, I was at his house, so like when I was like, we're going to the park, he's like, let me put on clothes that I can wear to the park.
Yeah,
like,
he came in with like shorts and sneakers and stuff.
I had to borrow a pair of my stepdad's shorts, and then the slippers were because I borrowed them from my brother because I had some shoes on, like nice shoes that I wasn't gonna take to the park.
Right.
So I was not ready for it.
That's some funny shit.
But yeah, so anyways, back to I get being that I'm not funny like that. I don't think I should judge your stand-up routine. That's how we got to this. You asked me what I think about it, and I said I'm not funny.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man.
I was, that's what I say. Tell people a lot, like with advice in general, like especially love advice. Like I hate my friends like to come to me for love advice, and I'm like, you guys, like I've been single for 3 years. Maybe I'm not the one to ask about
Coaches
what do I
don't
do.
play.
Huh?
Coaches don't play. Right?
Oh, it's not.
That's the thing. Like, you too good for relationships.
Well, shit, no, this coach has been trying to. I've been waiting to get tapped in. No one's
The coach has been wanting had a dream of the NFL, but just
waiting,
couldn't get in.
Girl, if I didn't hurt my back that one day, season, I'd be in there right now.
Yep, I'll be dribbling with y'all. I got slippers on though, so I'm gonna just coach for now.
Maybe I'm not set up for it, but I'm ready. I'm ready for a mic drop moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Relationships kind of suck, I think. They hurt.
Single for 3 years, I don't know. Yeah, they do.
What's the difference between having a friend that you're in a relationship with and being in a relationship? And then having friends. There's really no difference, I think, between the having a friend and being in a relationship and the having friends.
I think it's the level of intimacy that you allow yourself to open up to. Cause,
dude, I'm so intimate with my friends.
Yeah, but I still feel like there is going to be that level of difference between your partner who you share a pillow with. Because like for my example,
I will literally give you my pillow. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, no,
if that's the criteria to be like
that's
intimate, you know,
it's
I will give you my like friends are there typically longer than relationships are.
Yeah.
Right? Like I have friends that like seen like 3 of my relationships.
Same.
So
well, I haven't had that many relationships, but yeah.
And every one of those 3 relationships, I'm thinking, oh, this is the one. This one is for the long ride. We go until the end. Nope. Like 2 years later, it's done. Right? But then, like, with friendships, I'm not thinking, oh, we're here till the end. I'm thinking, this is my friend. I'm really loving this person, and I care about this person, and I'm supporting this person, right? And I don't have that higher expectation of, like, it's just kind of there, you know? Like, I'm going to stick around, you know? And I don't have to tell myself I'm going to stick around. Whereas with the relationship, it's kind of like you're kind of like lying to yourself. You're like, I'm going to stay. 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 You know? Like, why? Why you got to do that?
I do not know. I'm very opposite with relationships.
Oh, okay.
I'm very, like, I don't want to say, like, clingy, but, like, I'm more, like, I was raised in an affectionate household, so I'm more about, like, showing constant affection, things like that. But I'm all for a relationship. I'm super romantic. I'm the romantic type. So I'm all for like, we found love and like we're gonna make it to the end or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's my one and only. Love that shit.
Well, do you love your friends?
Yeah.
Do you love your family?
Yeah.
What's the difference? Like between that and friends?
I probably won't have sex with my friends.
I have sex with my friends.
You asked about me.
Like you could have sex with your friends.
Yeah, you can, but I think it's
so like, you have no friends that you've had sex with. Yeah, so
But that was
you have
like
a friend that,
but that's like a new thing. Like that was like a brand new thing for me. So it's like it's not weird, but like I haven't tried being in a relationship yet, so I don't know how like to deal with all that.
I think friendship is better than relationships.
I think you can have a really good friend, but like I said, I think personally for the level of intimacy that I express is different than with a friend versus like a partner. Like with my partner, I'd feel more comfortable expressing like the deeper facets of who I am as a person.
Why?
Or like,
so you're putting on a mask in front of me?
no,
Yeah,
it's not that
right?
I'm not. No, but okay, it's not that I'm not hiding anything, but I'm also like not voluntarily exposing any personal,
Let me tell you something. Every time, like for example, I do a podcast with my friends. After the podcast, because like they're anonymous, so they really get to say like whatever they've been thinking, and it's like private. It's just them and me, and they know that I never judge, right? And so it's kind of like therapeutic for not only them but also me, because I'm also anonymous, so I'm also saying shit that's on my mind. So like at the end of it, I just feel like, wow, that was amazing. And then like I feel like a deeper connection with the other person. It's almost like you're saying that is only exclusive to like relationships. It doesn't have to be.
I'm not saying it has to be, but I'm saying the comfort that I feel expressing myself
Right.
is that's where the boundary changes. I feel more comfortable expressing myself to a partner when it comes to something like if I suppose I was depressed. The first person I'd want to tell would be probably my partner.
Not me?
Probably. Well, at the moment, I don't have a partner, so I'd probably tell you guys
Yeah,
first.
that's the best. So you don't have a partner, and you would tell your friends.
Yeah.
What's the difference then if you were to suddenly have a partner? You wouldn't tell your friends?
The difference would be the order that I tell people.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. So if you get a boyfriend, then I would be like, so you're not going to tell me that you're depressed? Like, what? Why?
No, but see, it's not that I wouldn't. It'd just be that I would probably I'd feel more comfortable because your partner is someone who sees you more openly and deeper.
Everybody sees me for the way I am.
But think about it. Think about it in the long term, or think about it in the sense of like I said. Remember, in my whole thing, I'm thinking about like a long term partner, someone you've been with for years. This isn't like someone you just started dating. But like, suppose you're living with somebody, right? Like, a friend will see who you are for the time that they're there at your house versus your partner who's going to see who you are 24/7 and is going to really get to know who you are.
I have 3 friends living with me right now. We're all roommates. And they're roommates.
And they were roommates.
and we're not like sexual partners. That's what it is, sexual partners, really, right? But they know me more intimately than anyone I've dated.
But okay, but in the context of like what I was saying though, it makes sense because you all live together. So that's what I'm saying though. You live together, which means they see you for longer than your partners because you didn't live with your partners. So It was essentially the same thing, just the roles were reversed. Your roommates saw you more than your partner did, so you formed a deeper, intimate bond with them. And it's not something that like you're doing intentionally. I'm acknowledging that I will do it because I know I will. But it is something that you're just going to do as a human. If you spend 24/7 with somebody, you're going to form a deeper bond with them. Also, like, think about it. Like, you have inside jokes with them because you were around the same thing at the same time. So you saw the same thing. Versus where, like, me, if I come in and I don't live here and I didn't get it, and you guys reference that one thing that happened that one time, that one day, that you all laugh at and are, like, dying. And I'm just, like, sitting there, like, what's going on?
Like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've been saying. Yeah. Friendship is equal to relationships, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say, though, like, if I live with my partner, then that one will probably triumph over...
Yeah, sure. But you can also live with your friends.
I can.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be like a lover, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, then, yeah, you know what? I guess I do agree with you.
Yeah,
I
like,
talked myself
why not?
into it.
Yeah, you really. I was just like there for the ride.
I was disagreeing with
seeing
you the whole time,
seeing you go into like my side. I'm like, oh well, welcome to my side. Like,
welcome to the party.
I've been waiting. Mi casa su casa, buddy.
You got me there.
Right, like that. That's the best thing about debating or like arguing with people is that I love doing is most of the time when I argue or debate, I just kind of let the other person talk because eventually they're going to say something that I like, yeah, that was what I was saying, like, Subcon, one of the guests on my show, we made a debate, and we were telling our roommates about the debate, and it was it was unregistered versus registered cars, and I was supposed to argue why registered cars are better than unregistered cars, and I was explaining that like the argument, we're living in a world where registered cars exist versus a world that unregistered cars don't exist, and that was Subcon's argument. And I said something, and then one of the judges was like, well, Subcon, I like what you said about like registering the VIN. Like, that's smart. Like, we should start doing that. And I kind of like watched them like slowly like talk about that idea and expand it to eventually where it became registering their vehicle, right? And I was like, I didn't even have to talk, like they just like argued their way into my point, and then they're like, oh yeah, Subcon won. And I was like, how? He was saying my point. We won. We all won. We were talking about that, So that's the thing about humanity is we're like, we're so good at wanting to be right that when we realize we're wrong, we would start to accept other people's like opinions. You know what I mean?
I was ready too. I was in it.
Yeah, you were really getting into it. You're like, yeah, I'm winning.
I was winning up until I said that I.
Yeah, and then you're like, yeah, and then you're talking about how you agree with me, and you're like, because of this, and like you're getting passionate. I was like, hell yeah, you're passionate for my points, bro. Me too. Like, thanks for fighting a war I didn't want to fight.
Remember when we were talking about being held accountable during change?
Being held accountable during change. Oh yeah, with like friendship. Right?
Yeah, I totally forgot to bring up, only because I was about to say, oh my god. I remember last time I was here, I asked you guys to check me for saying oh my god, because I say oh my god all the time.
Yeah.
That was one of the things, like relying on you guys to help me out. Even at work, I told all my coworkers, don't let me say oh my god.
And you know what? The funny thing is, I don't think any of us like brought it up ever again.
No.
Yeah.
My support system did not support.
Totally did support. And I think that's because like, oh man, we're lazy, I guess. Or, oh my god, it's probably not that much of a big deal to us. Yeah. That we don't think it's a big deal to do it, right? Just like, that's why like doing the dishes or getting non-depressed is like, that's such an interpersonal thing. Other people know what it's like, so they're just like, hey, stop being depressed, you cunt.
Yeah, like that. Just snap out of it, like as if it's easy to just.
Right.
I just remembered that when I was downstairs grabbing the beer, I was like, I never brought that point up.
That's a good point. Poignant point.
I love onions.
Poignant.
That was a joke.
Oh. Shrek. You weren't quoting Shrek.
I was not. It was just because it sounded like onions, so that's why.
What do you think? Okay, so do you think that people tend to be more selfish or altruistic in their just innate nature?
I think by nature.
Wait. Do you know what altruism is?
Yeah, like when. No, I guess not.
Okay, yeah. No, I had to make sure because altruism is kind of a philosophy word. And, sometimes I just say things without making sure other people knows
Oh,
what
then
it
yeah,
means.
I did know.
Altruism, the belief in or of practical, or no, fuck. The belief in or practice of disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others.
I'm not gonna lie though, only because you gave me two options and I already understood that the other one was the next, so that's why I knew this one meant the opposite of selfish.
Context.
Yeah.
Selfish versus selflessness.
Yeah.
Right.
I got that much of it.
Yeah.
But I think by nature we are taught to be more selfish.
We're taught to be more selfish?
I think we're
Okay. Well, I want to talk about that real quick. But remember, the question was, what's our innate desire?
Ooh, innate desire. I think. Well, by nature, I think we're social creatures.
Okay.
So I think by nature, it does stand to say that we're probably more.
Selflessness.
Yeah.
Selfless.
Yeah.
Altruistic.
Right, but I don't know that word. Remember?
You know, my one of my coworkers said to another coworker, like, "Oh man, Meta always talks in big words. Like he's a dictionary, and it's such a annoying thing."
No, that's great.
I think it's whatever, because English is my second language. So when I learned English through two things: rap and the dictionary. Yeah. So I read the dictionary back and forth all the time, and was just popping Wu-Tang, Tupac, Eminem, like all those rappers. Like I was just listening to it, and like elevate my mind, elevate my mental.
Hey, but you know what? If you think about it, what a great way to learn a language, because not only you're learning the proper way of speaking it, but you're learning the slang.
Yeah, like also the cultural aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
But you know,
what a
like,
great way to learn a language.
the thing is, I'm not African American, so like I learned real quick that the N word isn't necessarily inclusive. Right?
Oh.
I learned that pretty fast in life, which is funny because it's like, you know, Rush Hour 3 with Jackie Chan. Chris Tucker was like, "Hey yo, what's up, my N word?" And then like Jackie Chan comes up to the guy and he's like, "Hello, my N word," right? And then like he gets in a bar fight because he's like calling everybody the N word, thinking that like that's like
what
friend,
you're supposed to.
yeah, because he sees Chris Tucker doing it, and like he doesn't come from a racist place, but the cultural aspect of it, like there's so much hurt and history and pain behind it that people are like, "Hey, it's on site when you say that." And I was just thought that happened to me, right? I'm like, "Hey, what's up, my M words?" And then, "What you say, bitch?" I'm like, "What's up, my M word?" Yeah, and then like they taught me real quick not to use the history of that word. I was like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, I learned English through language and the dictionary. So my proper, like, the way I talk is very like dictionary, encyclopedia type shit, you know? That's why I like rap. That's why I do rap, like, or why I make music, you know? Bitch, you look ugly from your head to your neck. When you get out of the Halloween haunted houses, they give you a check.
I have no rebuttal.
You like that one though?
I love that, but I have no rebuttal.
Oh, that's too bad. I really like rhyming like big words too because it's more fun. Like, well, what's a big word? Give me a big word. Supercalifragil. Name one other word that has a syllable that matches it. That doesn't even rhyme. That just has enough syllables for it to match. Yeah, no, they just give you like a 3-syllable word, you know?
Do I even know any 3-syllable words right now?
How do you not know any 3-syllable words?
Because as soon as I get put on the spot, I freeze. I bet you as soon as I go home, I'll be like,
you're like, damn it, I could have said that. Or you're just naturally using it in your language, right?
That's what I'm saying. As soon as I go home.
Like every sentence has like 4 3-syllable words in them. So anyways, sorry, I was scratching my nuts and then I just tap your shoulder.
Did you really, bitch?
Yeah,
I'd have beat your ass.
I'm over here like touching my balls. If I could prove that I never touched my balls, would you promise to never tell another soul what you saw?
I promise I will tell every soul what I saw.
Yeah, the TikTok, it's like, I slammed my penis in the car door. You slammed your penis in the car door.
doom.
Ah!
Like once I got asked like, "What's fisting?" and I was like, "Oh, well, like it's
No
when you-"
way!
Yeah, no, this guy
Oh my
he
god.
was like he had heard it and he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, well, it's when
Use
you."
your fucking imagination,
Yeah,
buddy.
I was like, think about it, but I was like, "Oh, how sad! Like how sad of your sex life." No, I'm not saying that like I fist or anything like that, but like I at least know of it because
yeah.
it's, talked about at one point or another. So like if you
Dude,
don't even know
let me tell you something. As a kid, porn totally disturbed my way of thought and thinking of what sex is and what's like hot and attractive or like really good or pleasurable for girls. And I'm in high school and I'm doing the dirty. I'm like fingering her, right? And like I'm thinking about porn. So I start putting all my hand in, I'm like fisting the shit out of her. She's like, ah! You don't like this? Yeah, she's like, no, that hurts. That's your whole ass hand. You're trying to put marbles in that shit. Put an umbrella in there and open it up. Like, what are you doing? Stop. And like, I realized, wow, porn lied to me.
No, everyone likes to get fisted.
Not everybody likes getting fisted. That's interesting. And I thought about it, and I was like, well, I don't think I'd like being fisted.
Yeah, that doesn't seem
No, it doesn't.
appealing.
No, it doesn't.
I've never fisted or been fisted, but like
Right.
Fuck, that seems so like uncomfortable.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to sit down for a bit. Your anus will prolapse.
I'll be honest with you, and only because like I'm anonymous, but like I do not bottom.
Because you're what?
I'm a top.
No.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Just because what?
I'm anonymous.
Oh, you're anonymous. I thought you said you're enormous. I was like,
Anonymous.
okay,
Anonymous.
weird humble flex, but okay, let's
No,
continue.
Anonymous. But
I'm not a top because I'm enormous. Like people want my penis,
and you can follow my OnlyFans at no. No, but the idea like
shit's like a snake, and I start swinging it around my head. Helicopter in that shit.
I'm not
I don't got a
against
car.
the
I
tree.
just flip my dick around until I fall.
Please cut all of that out.
No. Why? You're anonymous. You're enormous. That's funny. All right, continue.
Oh, no, that was it. No, but
Wait, you're enormous? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've never seen me physically. You have eyes, you can see my
That's
body.
fucked up.
It's okay. I get called big all
I
the
was
time.
talking about your penis. All right, so what did you say? You're anonymous. You're not a top.
No, I'm not a bottom.
You're you're not a bottom.
No, yeah.
So you're a top.
No, because the idea of bottoming seems uncomfortable, so I could only imagine. Like, that's like regular sex. Like, I could only imagine a fist. Like, if the regular one is uncomfortable to me.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I check to see, like, I'm like, do I like stuff up my butt? And I put my pinky down and.
Yeah.
Just pop that shit right in there.
All right, ladies, now you know that's all you need to do.
Yep. No, well, I don't like it. I'm like,
It's uncomfortable, isn't it?
it's uncomfortable. It's a little painful, like, my finger smells. I'm sorry, I don't know how you could stick your dick in, like, man, not gonna cap. Like, not to be like, just because I don't understand it, you shouldn't do it. I can't do that.
No, yeah, it's fine. Everyone has their own opinions. I mean, there's like
I
cleaning
can't,
involved. It's not like
There's
it's
got to
like,
be cleaning involved.
Yeah, no, you don't just you don't like go
like,
eat Taco Bell
God.
and then like go and get like.
Oh God, right?
No, there's like cleaning.
Do like a wet water slide with diarrhea as you slide it in, like. Yeah,
no,
that's so good.
No, no, that's horrible. That's like that's when you like call your friends. You're like, don't fuck this guy. You don't know how to clean right.
Right, like, so one time I was doing the dirty with this girl, and like I'm like, yeah, doggy style, right? And I'm putting my finger up her butt, fiddling with it, and then I take my finger out. I'm like still doing it in doggy style. And, my dick sometimes slips out, right? So my dick slipped out, and I shove it back in, and I'm like doing a couple like pumps, and it's tighter than normal, right? And I'm like, maybe because my dick slipped out, like she got tighter, right? Like she's like, whoo, right? But then like she's like, oh, by the way, can you slow down? You're at my asshole. I went, what? I'm in your what? Why didn't you tell me? Whoops.
She liked it apparently.
she thought I meant to do that, but then she realized I didn't mean to, as I was like being really aggressive, right? Like I was in her vagina. Nope. Yeah, and I was like, oh. And I took it out, and I was like, do you want me to go back in the vagina? Because that's gross, you know? So yeah, I had to peel off the saran wrap that we were using. Yeah, well, I can't imagine, like, hitting someone's cheeks and then feeling balls other than my own slapping my thighs. You know what I mean? I made him, like, spit his drink. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, whose balls are these? Not mine. What the fuck? It's such
surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I don't want that. Like that's just me though. So it's not really the anus part that I'm like disgusted with, or not even disgusted, just like turned off by.
Yeah, no, I get the difference of like there is a whole like extra organ there.
There's a whole ass extra organ that I am not attracted to. It's like being attracted to an earlobe, you know? Like it's like I don't really have no like it doesn't make me hard, but it doesn't make me soft. You know? Like if I'm
well, yeah, literally I know.
Forgot who I was talking to. Yeah, you're right. Penises don't make you soft. But I mean, like, if I'm with a girl and there's like a guy next to me and there's the penis in the room, that's totally fine by me. Like, I don't care. I think it's weird. Every time I have a podcast episode, I talk about sex at least once. That's really weird.
Yeah. Well, no, that's again right up your personality. I feel like every time
sex.
Yeah. Every time I've been here, it's come up at one point or another.
Ooh, you think I'm a nympho?
Yes.
Yeah?
Probably. No, I wouldn't say you're a nympho, but I'm sure it's on your mind enough.
It is, and I think it's because of all this testosterone in me, you know?
That means he got fucked by 6 guys, you guys.
All this testosterone boost up the ass.
It's okay, I had one of those nights too, don't worry. We've all been there.
Bitch, the leaky bottom. Leaky bottom.
I was
bitch.
lying about being a top.
Every time I fart, it's a squirt.
There's no more farts. It's just.
There's no more farts.
Why do you think you never heard it?
I haven't been farting since 1992.
I wasn't even born.
Having a lot of testosterone. Girls don't understand that guys are redonkulously, all they think about is sex if they're not thinking about something else, right? Sex. Do it. You know, and that's because of the testosterone we have. Girls don't have testosterone. They have estrogen, which is milder and doesn't really activate until you're 35, you know, like around that age. So that's when girls get hypersexual. So
is that really like a thing? Like, is that? I've
yeah,
never heard of that. But is that really?
So in anthropology, it's called humans' greatest missed high five, which is at a younger age, guys get like really like hormone filled and like sex, right? And then like it dies off when they're like 25, 28, and like that's really when it kind of like stops. Like around like. By the time they're 30, like, sex is, like, whatever. You know, like, we can have it, but I'm not, like, freaking out for it. But then, like, at 35, 40, 45, like, that's what, their menstrual cycle is, like, lowering. Their estrogen's boosting like crazy. And they're like, oh, my God, I need a fuck now. Typically why I like older women, because they're more getting to that stage, you know? And that sucks because then like there's all these girls that are our age that's just like, no, I can't. I don't know why you like sex so much. I don't. World's greatest missed high five. There's 3 questions I like to ask my guests before we leave. The first one: what is one thing good about today?
Like a personal thing. Like I think love that I got out of the house.
Yeah.
No, in general, I love the fact that I got up out of bed.
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
Why is that? Like what?
Oh, so I don't want to say too much just because of I'm not still for certain, but I may have this genetic thing where
You can't get out of bed.
Yeah, I physically struggle to get out of bed, but it's
Wow.
it's like this huge maybe, and I don't have insurance at the moment, so I can't even like figure out whether or not I have it or not. And if I do have it, it's expensive, like the treatments, because if I do have it, I have a hormonal imbalance.
Wow.
Which explains like so many of the last since 16 to now, like these medical things that have been popping up in my life. Like everything is like checked off by this one genetic condition.
Right.
But like it's super unlikely for me to have it because it affects women more often than men, and it's supposed to be hereditary. And as far as I know, no one has it.
What is it?
So it's called a Hashimoto disease. And
Hashimoto disease?
Yeah.
That's a Japanese word.
Yeah. So basically, the gist of it is my immune system is attacking my thyroid, and so it's causing a hormonal imbalance, which checks off a lot of like I said, things that I've had going on. I don't want to say too much on a podcast, but like medical things that have been popping up because of it. So I initially was diagnosed when I was 16 with hyperthyroidism.
Right.
And then I saw another doctor, and he was like, "No, your thyroid is transitioning." And then I saw another doctor, and they were like, "No, that's not a thing. You're fine." And I saw another doctor. So this is my 4th doctor, and he's like, "Wait, it might be Hashimoto's disease." And he like gave me half of the symptoms and told me to look out for these. But I was like, I'm already showing these symptoms from the previous maybe ailments.
Right.
So I was looking up some information about it on my own for whatever, and I saw that I was also showing the symptoms for like the other half of the symptoms that I wasn't told by my doctor.
Damn.
So like now I have to go back to the doctor and be like, hey, I am showing the symptoms, because he told me if I show symptoms, go back to him and we can do the testing. The problem is though, his doctor visit is expensive, and then it's like it's the doctor visit, and then it's the testing, and then
That's how they
back
get you.
to him.
That's how they get you.
And then if it, like I said, if it is Hashimoto's disease, then I need hormone replacements.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be extra months. So it's just like,
Yeah, and you're just gonna be extra horny all the time, which sucks.
yeah.
Yeah, you'll be sex, because then you'll get the hormones injected.
Oh no, that's now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, that would calm down. So like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So my second question is, what's one bad thing about today?
I didn't get as much done as I initially wanted to.
We're making a podcast.
Well, I was gonna like do things in the morning, and I was like gonna get up. I got up, like I said, I got up, and that's what I'm proud of. But like I got up later than I had intended to.
So it's a win-lose thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I'm saying like at least I got up.
Yeah. That's swag. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
But that's the hard thing. Like fuck. Like, and it sucks. Like, not to go back, but like if I don't have Hashimoto disease, then I'm like back to square one. Like I have
You're
no
just
reason
lazy.
why. Yeah.
Just jokes.
No, true though.
Yeah, that could be it. I'm lazy.
No, it's to the point where now it's like
I know it's
to the point where it's unhealthy.
You should talk to one of my roommates, and he has hard time getting out of bed too. So definitely talk to him about that. See if maybe you guys have any relations symptoms, right? Because he's actually, it really is pretty hard for him to get out of bed. All right, third question and last question. What's one hope you have for tomorrow?
I just hope to have a nice day.
Oh. And get out of bed.
You
know, so many, like, every single time I ask that question, people say get out of bed and have a nice day.
It's hard sometimes, you know?
That's so hard.
Especially, like, I got these, like, fluffy pillow topper.
And it's becoming colder.
Fluffy, yeah.
It's fall.
And
right?
the blanket I just bought is super thick and heavy.
Oh, no.
So I just, like, sink into my mattress, and I'm just
You know the weighted blankets?
Yeah, it's not intentionally weighted. It's just thicker than what I normally get. So, like, for me, it feels heavier.
But do you know what a weighted blanket is? Yeah. So, for the first time, yesterday, there was this person I'm like hanging out with, and she has a weighted blanket, and we're chilling in under the blanket. I'm like, I can't go. I'm stuck. I'm literally like, oh no, I can't leave. And that was a pretty good feeling. So I get it. Like, imagine waking up to that. Oh God,
Horrible. No, and that's the thing. Like, if like with me naturally being so, I guess, lazy, because as it stands, that's what it is. It's not till I get diagnosed. So, but like with the laziness and then the bed now, I'm never getting up out of bed.
And that's your one hope. Like,
Dude,
so when
I
other
hope
people
I get
say I hope I get out of bed, like in my podcast, they generally mean like, I just want to like do this. I want to do another day. You're legitimately like, fuck, I can't get out. Help me.
No, literally.
Like, I need help.
I shit you not. Like, sometimes my first meal, because I usually work like later in the afternoon. So like I have to get up by noon.
Right.
So like that's when I have like my first meal, like, because I'm like barely getting up, or like,
Yeah.
God forbid I wake up late for work or whatever. I'm like rushing and I get to work and they're like, "What'd you eat today?" I'm like, "Nothing. Coffee."
Dude, you know what? That makes me feel like having some eggs. You want some eggs?
Yeah, I'm down for some eggs.
Yeah. Well, the podcast is done. Thank you so much for coming on to my podcast. And I'm speaking to you, Meta 3000 is speaking to you, the listener. I hope you have.
Wait, let me say my bye. Bye. You always want a bitch at your side.
And I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Hey guys, Meta 3000 here. I just wanted to take the time out and say thank you so much for listening to part 2 of Spare Some Change. Here is a song that I'm going to leave you with called Hey Wake Up by Michael Angel. It's going to be a perfect wrap up for this episode and the ending of part 2. Have a wonderful day.
Our bodies made of stars. But look, my friends, what has happened to us? Oh, my friends, we need to wake up from this dream before nothingness will change us and destroys everything. Every living thing, everything alive in us. Our hearts were strong and brave. Our food was sweet and safe. But look, my friends, what has happened to us? Oh, my friends, we need to wake up from this dream before nothingness will change us and destroys everything, every living thing, everything alive in us. friends, we need to wake up from this dream. Before nothingness will change us and destroys everything, every living thing, everything alive in us. Yeah. Our forest deep and green, our rivers alive and clean. Oh yeah. Oh my friends, we need to wake up from this dream. Before nothingness will change us and destroy everything.